and reluctantly, after a lot of prayers, the first caliph, he accepted the responsibility, and with the unanimous opinion of all the people, he was elected. Then when the time came of the second Khilafat, the time for the election of the second caliph, that assembly took place in Masjid Noor in Qadian. It's a big mosque, and about, I think, more than 1,000 people, nearly 2,000 people were present at that time, because the Jamaat has grown by that time in big size. And again, there were people who might be having some different views, but the elders, devoted members of the community, they were all looking towards Hazrat Mirza Bashiruddin Mahmud Ahmad, who was the eldest son of the promised Messiah. Although this system is not inherited, but of course the members of the family are not debarred from it as well. So his name was again the choice of the people, and all of them, even very senior most members of the community, they said he is the right man. And Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Awwal, he also pointed out casually, and by showing his respect to the second Khalif, he also was pointing out to this fact that he seems to be the right person. But anyway, the people, they all overwhelmingly agreed, except with a small minority of the people who left Qadian and they established their system separately. That's why I say overwhelming majority. Otherwise, it was practically a unanimous type of decision. Then after that, with the expansion of the community, then there was a need that all the members of the community cannot gather together in one place. Even to invite all of them is difficult. Secondly, for all the people to come is difficult. And where is the place? Where is the arrangement of all this? So then with the consultation of the members of Majlis-e-Shura, which is a very highly respected institution in the Ahmadiyya community, only next to Khilafat, as we have just mentioned, after Nabuwwat, the Khilafat is there, after Khilafat, the institution of Shura is there. So it's a long process through which it went past, and eventually the rules and regulations and the whole system was formulated. And the second caliph gave the approval that from now on this system should be followed, in which there is a system who is going to preside, who are going the people to attend, what is going to be the procedure, and the whole proceeding is done in such a way that it's not made public as such. Only when the final decision is there and the Khalifa is elected and the bath has been taken by the members, only then it is announced to the public. So those were the rules which have been being followed at this time. And over a period of time, it's a long period, I'm talking of 40s or 50s, and after that more than 50 years have passed by. So gradually, according to the need and the requirement of the time, some minor changes have been approved by the Khalifas of the time. So these are the rules and regulations which were operated at the election of the third caliph, at the fourth caliph, and also what we are referring to as the election of the fifth caliph.
I'm going to touch on the Ahmadiyya Khilafat later on a bit more, but I wanted to turn back the clock a little bit, really.
Just very briefly, this, what Imam Sahib has said, that is also at the crux of when we say that Allah selects and appoints a Khalifa, in that, and history is testimony to it, that all the members there, their heart suddenly turns just towards one person, overwhelmingly, as Imam Sahib had said, and is just freed of everything else and just turns towards one person. And that is a sign again that is not man-made or such. It is something that just flows naturally, and you just feel so much more comfortable in that.
Absolutely. I was reading, one hadith of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, narrated by Hazrat Aisha, that at the time of when the demise of Rasul Kareem ﷺ came, she mentioned that he had said that at one stage, I wanted to write down who the next, who the Hazrat Abu Bakr you should elect him. But he said, the prerogative of electing the Khalifa or choosing is Allah's. Yes. So who should I be to write it? And also he said, but I also know that the people, his disciples, the Sahaba, they are all bent upon Hazrat Abu Bakr anyway. So you see, it shows that actually the disciples, the Sahaba, the true people and the righteous people, in their heart they have got the same person in mind, who should be elected. Although it's a democratic process, yet when we look at it, it is also very much guided by Allah.
That's correct.
I think what the Holy Prophet ﷺ mentioned, that's a great light in that one, and guidance, because he mentioned that people are only going to elect that one who is actually the choice of God.
That's right, exactly.
So what's the need of myself appointing anyone?